Hey, yo, welcome to today's video. That's my Friday, weird face. Today I wanted to tell you that I reconnected with something that I started looking into about 4 years ago, and that was called Toastmasters Club. If you're not familiar with what the Toastmasters are, they are an organization that is like a public speaking club. So what it does is members get together and they practice speeches together. I was a part of this group a while ago, and as I mentioned earlier in some of my videos, that I want to get into public speaking. That's one of the reasons I'm forcing myself to do these videos here, is so that I get more comfortable doing video stuff and just speaking in general about topics that I find interesting. So what's nice about these groups is there's a lot of camaraderie and everyone is there in a peer environment to support you. So the thing that made me think about today was how when you're speaking, there are so many other things that come across other than what you're saying. And you can be someone who has all of the best answers, but if your body is saying different things or your filler words, then you're going to be either making people uncomfortable without even meaning to, or anxious, or maybe just going to be hard to watch. So something I've noticed about myself when I'm doing these videos is that I have a lot of nervous energy. You can probably feel it through the camera. Like right now, I don't know what to do with my hands, so I'm kind of rubbing them together like this. I use a lot of filler words to help me think about what I want to say. So a good example right there. And I noticed when I was watching my video yesterday that I was anxious and I was hiding from my daughter, which makes me more anxious. So I kept like kind of rubbing my leg and it looked very weird. It kind of distracted me too. Other things I do that I notice, I will itch a little bit because when I get nervous, my skin kind of flares up a little bit and I feel just very... So when I was at Toastmasters today, I did get put on the spot, and because I've been in the group before, I was allowed to do an evaluation for a speech. The woman that was doing the speech is working on getting her second Toastmaster certification, which if you don't know what that means, it's just like, it's a big deal. So she's done a lot of speeches. She's been evaluated a lot, done lots of different roles there, and it felt really intimidating to come in and evaluate her speech, especially when I don't consider myself the best speaker altogether. But I did it, and I noticed when I was up there in front of the group, it's a different kind of anxiety when you're in front of people, and even though it was a small room, I did a lot of the filler words, and I noticed that my hands started shaking a little bit. And that's something that you just can't control. So I'm excited to go back again and get back into that. And I think paired with this project and some other things that I'm trying to get going in my world, it's going to be a different experience for me this time. I think a couple years ago I didn't know myself as well. I certainly didn't know why I wanted to participate in that or what I might do with it. And I think I have some good ideas now. So by the end of this project, when I'm like a pro at doing these videos, you'll know that it wasn't just because I'm naturally good, because most people aren't naturally good at speaking. Even the people that are eloquent speakers and have a lot to say, there's a lot more to it than talking. So I'm looking forward to exploring that with a group that supports me. And I just wanted to tell you about that too. And now you're like a group that supports me too. Right? Yeah. All right, it's Friday, and I got my girls here, and I think we're just going to have like a silly night. My house is still in disarray, and that is also making me very anxious. So I just happen to be in one of those zones right now where things are, I've kind of like untied some things and set some things free, and that stirring up the energy in my house makes me a little bit anxious. But in the past when I've done this, once everything settles down, it makes more sense than it ever did before. That's what I'm looking forward to also. Okay, have a great night. I'll see you later.